Hi guys, ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and the Resources Soviet Republic. In the last episode, we finished off our new chemical facility and it's got no workers at the moment, so we do need to, get at least another train running. And I do think we've got tons of workers ready to go here. So let's do that. Let's have a quick look at that in the first instance. Let's get some workers out there. We don't have a nice new train over there, but we do have one over here. So let's apply our quick trick. I'll pause it for a second. Change depot is what you do. So you say you send it to the depot. Now it opens up the ability to set the line. So we'll set the line, which will be the Sasselgrad chemical workers. And now we just say, instead of going to the depot, cancel going to the depot, and now it's on the line. So that's how you, you make use of a depot, but you don't actually have to send the train all the way to the depot to assign it to a line. So anyway, there we go. That train will now start serving the Sasselgrad chemical plant there. Now, let's have a quick look over here. If we look at our economy, we can see this year, in terms of trade, we've been holding steady generally in terms of our exports. This month is looking really good, and last month it looked really bad. But we're steadily increasing. Well, it's fairly steady for the imports, but I guess it's because we're starting building some stuff. Other than that, it's pretty high. But it is around the 4 million ruble mark, when if we look at our exports, it's under 3. So we're definitely hemorrhaging money. So we need to up our export game a lot. Now, so our exports is generally based on steel production into vehicle production, and I think we can start exporting some vehicles again. We're not using as many, so we may just pop in and start exporting some vehicles. Could we? Let's have a quick look. Can we send this one for export? What is this guy worth? These guys are pretty pricey, right? 2.5 million rubles to send out one of those guys. Though I would like to keep using it, but I also thought we had a train that stopped here, right? All related vehicles, Vasistavi Industrial Space. What is this guy? So there's a line. Oh, yeah. Where is this guy? Let me just check where this guy is. Is it in the depot? It's in the depot. So what I might do is I might just start this line up again. I might just start this guy up again to send out some stuff, right? Now, obviously, it is a challenge for us to manage what we're building, what we need, and our exports. But I think we need I think we need a little bit more money. So let's make a start there and send this guy to do some exports for us straight away. In addition, and this is why I couldn't find where we're at, right? I was in the wrong spot. So it'll come by, it'll do a few things. I think we're generally, broadly speaking, what we can do is we can move a few of these guys to a depot, but generally speaking, I wasn't really doing it. So, or we can move a few over here, I think. I think we can. Space for vehicles, right? Finished vehicles. Anyway, that's fine. So we could send a few guys over, but they'll just get old, right? So maybe we just send a few out. Oh, before we do that, let's just I needed to get a few more vehicles out over here, right? So we've got like 2 of them with almost nothing in it, right? So let's just send the construction vehicles out to our new spots. And then we'll let the guys do it. So for construction, I'm going to grab 1, 2 covered holes. 1, 2. Yeah, we'll definitely want that one. We're going to leave those. We want some more. Well, these are dumpers, right? So grab me some more of these dumpers. I think at least 3 dumpers per area, so we'll get 3 dumpers. We want at least 2 buses at each site. Yeah, that's actually going to be most of our vehicles. And we definitely want at least 2 road cranes at each site, which we don't even have. Okay. We've got a couple of rollers, so we want a roller each. Okay, we've got a couple of these guys, the asphalt pavers, which we'll grab. Okay, and they're pretty pricey though. We should build more of that. And we don't necessarily need those guys. Anything else we need here? Go over that way. Was there anything there? Yeah, so I guess that's it. So let's move over, send those guys over, so we don't have to rebuild them again in the future for these facilities here as we start that up. Let's do that. Send them over this way. So this is an asphalt paver. We'll send one over this way. This is an asphalt paver. We'll send it over that way. This is a roller. Right. This is a roller. Right. That's done. This is a road crane. So one over here. One over here. And maybe another one over there. That's okay. Buses. One, 2, and 2. Right, there's some buses and then a couple of dumpers. 1, 2, 2, and 3, and 3. Okay, so that's the dumpers. Got some mixers. I see there is a mixer here already. So 1, 2 mixers there, and then this is open. Okay, so we'll have to maybe switch those again. So an open hole over there, covered hole over here, and I don't think we actually even need this one because we've already got one. Was that the only open ones? Okay, we didn't have enough dumpers either. Then did we? We may be short on the dumpers, but there's definitely enough. But I guess let's. They're all. Really? They're all running? Unless we add a mix of dumpers and open holes here. Anyway, let's grab these 2 dumpers in addition. And just send them out on over that way as well. Because I guess we can mix it up again once these guys are over here. So let's just send this dumper there and this dumper there. Then we're pretty good spot. We've sent these guys out, and now the rest of the vehicles we'll just kind of export the rest of the vehicles to see how that goes. Okay, so that's the one. We could start exporting some of these trains as well if we don't need as many. Okay, so let everybody run, do their thing. Now, these guys have lots of workers, but they don't seem to be running constantly, right? So let's have a quick look. So they're each of these are taking 200 tons of iron, but they're full on the iron. And then 375 tons of coal. So what are we actually producing over here? I think this guy is full. All right, so that's fine, but this is empty. So I guess we're not doing enough coal production. So that's 120, 120, 120. That's 360. So that's not even enough to do one of these guys. So I am going to close you out completely. And what we may do is run one of these trains on another line instead. Because I guess what we're struggling with is more some of these things, right? How many workers out here? So almost no workers out here. So we need to add another to like the so Sith electric worker tram. Let's have a quick look. So we still have a tram on this line, right? Which we wanted to replace. And on this one, we've got the fancy stuff. So I wanted to. Where's this tram? What is this guy? Why is this guy even running? Oh, it's coming out of the depot. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Out of the depot. Where's this tram? Okay. Find the tram. Because this... is it in the depot? It might be in the depot. Yes, it's in the depot. So leave it there. That's okay. That's okay. Now, how many trains do we have on this? We already have 2 on the Sith coal workers line, and that is dropping here, going there, and going back, right? So that's all that it's doing. So that's 1, right? That's doing its thing. And on this line, let's have a quick look. So coming in here, what do we have? So this is steel workers line. We've got 2 of these guys operating on this line as well. That's 1 over there and 1 over here. So they're struggling to maintain a reasonable distance. What the hell are you doing? The steel storage. What is this line that you shouldn't be running? through here, right? This is not where you should be running. Wow, look at that. Actually working. But this guy is slow. Well, slow in picking up speed. Okay, so that's one. Okay. So maybe we don't need the extra train here, so maybe we'll flip it out, swap it out with something a little bit less. Okay, we're still losing off the last round of workers that's been dropped off here. So I guess we do need 2 trains to maintain any level of reasonable workforce here. So this train should be now on the way back to go and top up workers over there, but we will be out of workers by the time it gets here. So anyway, we're trying to maintain a little bit of that. Okay. Now we've got the 2 up here, so presumably we are. Wow, why so few? Okay, let's speed things up a little bit just to see these trains in action. Got the oil in here. We're not producing anything. We still have some workers here, but we're missing out on chemicals. We've got crops, we've got wood, no plastics as of yet. We are producing, but very slow and small amounts. So we're waiting on. Yeah, here we go. Got this train coming in with 243 workers, so that's not quite enough. 110. I thought it was a little quicker this train, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Bring in the guys. Okay, drop off the guys. We do need to build maybe a police station and a fire station over here. Excellent. So people are going to work there. What we can do is I suggest we drop this down to maybe 100 workers here, so maybe half capacity, so we don't use as much, right? Because this will practically use all of the chemicals. So if we do half, now we'll do half and half. Half goes into that, and then but this still needs 700 workers to get there. So I think in the first instance, what we may do is we may even go down to something like a quarter. So we have some plastic production, but not much more. So how many workers do we have now? We've got a reasonable amount of workers, but it's not even half yet. So I guess this guy, maybe even more. Let's just go down to like 20% of capacity here. 10% would be 2 tons of plastic. 20% would be. Oh no, this is 10%. So it'll be 2 tons. Use 1 ton of chemical for 2 tons of plastic. Maybe that is sufficient. And it can kind of keep pace with what we're doing over here. So chemicals are now being produced. The plan is that we get that to work a little bit more aggressively. Okay, so that's good. The construction activities here can continue. I did want an extra train on Sith coal workers. So maybe what we do. How many workers do we even have just kind of mulling around over here? So generally, we can fill up pretty big trains over here. This guy is running. Oh, so we've also got lesser workers going out of here. So what lines do we have? Lesser workers, prefab workers, Sith steel worker train, Sith coal worker train, Sith electric worker tram, and Sith coal workers, just broadly speaking. So I guess we've got 4 active lines running here. And I guess what we should be doing is diverting one of the lines from here. Right, so if we say that guy is going where? Vasastavi workers. This is what is producing. So I think there is potentially enough. Okay, so now these guys are unfortunately gonna compete with each other for workers. 96 workers there. Why are we waiting so long to get out of here? Okay. Because this guy is still in the blocks on this side, right? So it's struggling to get out. Right? Struggling to get out of the blocks there. Can we do a little something with the... So a lot of little improvements that we're trying to make here. So we're trying to get them to go in here. Obviously, there's a train in the way. We could, but I guess that train is too long, so that's why this is a bit of an issue here. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to be what it is here. Wow, it is painful. We can't add any more to this. This mix is really painful. We've got so many trains running in here. I feel very uncomfortable to add any more to it. The only thing I think we could do to improve this operation is by extending all of the other rails, right? And make this... even this is going to be... They all come in... Oh, no, they don't all come in this way. Wow. Lots of rails here to try and allow the bypass. Maybe what we could do is we'll extend that bypass. Let me... yeah, I'm not sure that's necessarily helpful, but potentially we could run a bypass here. So if I did, right, let's quickly do... We'll get rid of this guy, and we said we extend this one through here to around this spot there, right? And we tied that one in like so, right? If we did this, right? And wow, it's pricey. Let's pay for that, and maybe what that means, it does in fact allow us to... And the idea should be, this guy should actually be... Oh, no, they need to be able to get to the same thing, right? Yeah, you can't do that. What we can potentially do is get rid of this guy and get me this. Right, let's do that. Pay for that. We put our chain back in place over here. And what we can do is do a little bit of this. Yeah, so let's do that. At least that works. And now on this side of things, get ourselves something over there, something like this, and then we'll squeeze a few more in here and put us a bit of a chain going in there. You can't come back this way, so it has to be a chain like so. And maybe that does allow for some through movements. It goes back into there at the end, and it goes out this way. The only thing it doesn't do is go in there. So maybe that smooths things out a little bit, just a little bit. Actually, you know what I'll also do? I'll try and do... It doesn't actually need to be... in order to go this way, it needs to be there. Okay. Well, unless we do... Okay, let's do slight improvement here. think potentially we can make this work. Maybe here instead, please do that. Let's just see if we don't. Okay, so let's do something. If we do that, and we then say, wow, painful. Okay, get rid of this. Just trying to maximize our options here. Really? It really doesn't want to work? I'm sure we had one that did want to work. We take it even further back. I guess further back is even more of a problem. So potentially something like this could maybe work. Does seem like it wants to give us a little something. So it wants to do that. I'm not sure that's the plan. Why is that? Okay, it seems a bit of a problem. If we gimme. Let's see if we can't make this work. No, not bridge. Give me this again. Really? Crossing not allowed. Okay. Give me, if we do this. So let's say we do that, right? We trim that back a tad. Oh, now it doesn't want to work. Come across. Really? Oh, painful. Painful. Okay, try this one more time. I'm just trying to get this whole thing to be a little bit more sensible, right? If we said, let's do. Can we get it to go across on this side? And then it did want to work here somewhere. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's the one. Pay for that and get it done. Okay, so now this guy needs to run into here instead, right? Okay, fine. So now that should be able to allow us to remove this. So I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. So give me, get rid of that guy, get rid of that guy. Get rid of this and get rid of that. And what I want to do is I just want to pay for getting rid of this quickly. Okay, that's out of the way. And then the idea would be that we go in here instead, and we'll pay for that. Okay, so that should do the trick. And then I guess we want something like this to be able to. No, we don't. Let's get rid of that so that we don't block any of these maneuvers. Okay, so let's clean this up just a tad more over here. I think we can get rid of that guy. We can pay for that demolition there. We do need a few chain signals here and there. And that does look weird. And what we can do is we can basically move this forward and clear that one out there. And I think that gives us everything we need. So hopefully now it's fairly effective. I mean, it's still a little bit painful to get everybody to where they need to go, but I guess all of this is looking a little bit better now. So maybe the interactions here will be a little smoother. Now, going back to the other side, are we seeing some good chem production here? Is it going straight through yet? It is going through now. I do wonder why sometimes why it's just stopped there now. And now we should be producing some plastics as well. Okay, beautiful. So that's working. The next thing I want to do here is let's quickly add a fire station and a police station, not a hospital, a fire station. So small fire station here. We should be able to give it power, no problem. So let's get a small fire station like that. Both of these should be easy to go. And we need a couple of or a small police station. Just the tiniest one we have, I think, is going to be fine. So that'll be fine. They're going to have water and the like. So let's do that. We could even do a little path at the back. Let's do that. We'll start the construction process on these two guys here. So let's do that. We'll get number 3 to come and build. We'll get the helicopters to come and build there. And at the same time, we may as well give ourselves a little bit of a pathway. We'll just go with the light pathway, I think. So we'll run the light pathway like that because it looks cool, right? So let's make a start on that one as well. So that's fine. So we'll make a start on some additional facilities here just to make this work a little bit better. Are we having heating problems? Yeah. So we're heading into the snowy season any minute now. Okay, so that's good there. Now, we still have some construction activities underway over here. The bridges are being built here, and then the rest of this alignment. Are we seeing anything happening here? Is this up for construction? Not quite yet. So let me pay for this because it's causing us some grief to get that done. And I don't think we can. Oh, we can. Let's get the helicopters in here to come and build this as well. And slowly, steadily, we're building this railway track. Those two bridges have been done. So that's good. So that's fine. We'll keep this going. We don't need to kind of rush the construction over here. I am going to go ahead and close all of this out for the time being because we're not actively using this yet. So we'd rather see more people making their way over here to be utilized in any of these activities. We're also, in the last episode, we started some construction projects over here, right? Is this underway? It is underway, but it seems like it's just taking ages to get there. Same over here. We also, we did bring in power, so all of this is kind of slowly starting to happen. So let's just see. Yeah, so there's a lot of kind of, generally speaking, construction activities going on over here to make that work. Okay, that's going to give us a little bit more. So let's just speed things up a little bit over there. So what else did we have? These guys are, I mean, we could start looking at imports, but I'd rather not. Our money is looking a little bit better now. So hopefully things aren't too crazy. Oh, we did obviously do a ton of exports here. Yeah, we can see that whatever we're building is being exported rapidly. And I guess that train that's actually actively running here, let's have a quick look at this line. So when you get to this facility, maybe you should just say wait until loaded. Let's save that so that we don't have a train actively running back and forth with almost nothing on it. Let's do that. Maybe it should be a smaller train. What's going on over here? Have we... kind of thinking we just go back and forth between the two because we've already got some of these guys ready to go. And what's happening over here? So these should all be full. Yeah, all full. We're practically, I mean, this isn't even open. Right, so a single mine with a couple of these guys is doing everything we need, basically, at the moment. And this is fine. So basically, this is taking on all of it. Crime's not patrolled in the area. We should have some vehicles here. I guess we can build a police station over here as well. All right, so let's do that. Let's just build a police station in here also. We still get a small police station. Yes, we want to make sure that these things are patrolled. Where was it? Police station, small variety. Could we make that work? I guess we can. Let's make that work. Let's get this and that under construction, and then hopefully that'll start to work. Now, is this a problem for us? I don't think this is a problem. Parked in this location, I don't think this is a problem. So as the vehicles go, you know what? Maybe what we do is we trim this down to very few things. Okay, so let's actually have a look at this line. If we said, I don't whether we need to get another train out of the way. I think we're okay. Let's just leave it as is. But what I think we should be doing is maybe trimming this thing down. We don't need as many. So maybe what you do, citizens' happiness is low. Let's just check where this is at. 50. What's going on? No drinking water? Okay, hang on. This is an emergency situation. So what's the situation here? So where's your water coming from then? You don't have drinking water, but where is your water supposedly coming from? Over here. Okay, let's go underground. This is the water substation coming in from... Ooh, all the way that side. So... let's just have a look. Who else do we have? Are you empty as well? You're empty also. Okay. Well, this was kind of a resilience thing. So we need to quickly sort this out. If these guys are struggling with water, let's give them a couple of water substations. I think that's the end of it, basically. So let's just see. Where can we... let's do... let's do one here. Where's this guy? This guy's over on this side. And what we'll do is we'll do... one here. Yeah, I think that should cover it off. Now, let's go above ground. Let's give ourselves the tie-ins. We'll get the tie-in there. And where's the other one? We'll get the tie-in over there. That's okay. Then we need a bit of piping going on. Grab me some piping here. So if we go underground again, the idea being doing that. And the idea here being doing this. And what I'd like to do is make the payment for those, and at the same time I would also do that and I guess that should see us alleviating our water concerns in this area. We only brought in water from that side. Now let's go. How far back are we going to see this problem? We do have water over here, but I guess some of these are very minuscule usage. So we've got a little bit of resilience here. We should now be able to cover off our requirements, and people should start getting happier straight away. Okay, excellent. So kind of crisis averted over there. That could have been... it's good we've been able to check that. So all of this is now been covered by better facilities. These guys are way happier. Where's your water coming from? I just want to double check. Yeah, your water is kind of partly coming from that side. So let's just go and double check. You should be more than fine. So you should have sufficient water all the time. Getting happier already, maybe not. But I'm not seeing any complaints about water anymore. So I guess that's okay. So let's leave it there. I think all of this is working a little bit more effectively now. Are these guys in the same... Why are you kind of broadly stopped there? Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't even have been stopped there, to be honest. I guess I could do maybe one more thing here and get these guys to be able to go out in all different directions. So if we did maybe no, cancel that. If we did maybe, but it really just doesn't want to do it, right? Yeah, maybe that's is it working? Is it not working? Next guy's coming out. Almost tempted. Can we do it like a little bit of this work? I guess that could work. So let's pay for that. And can we also go to the other side? We did maybe another one. Yeah. The only other thing we could do is, and this is not even electrified. Oh, goodness. Just electrify that for me as well, please. Pay for that. Oh, it's good. They're going out on either side. It's not a big deal. They're coming out from anyone. This was a waste of our money. Okay, anyway, should have known that. All of this is still working. All of this is functioning. And these are filling up, right? Yeah, so we've got this available. Now, what we need is distribution of our vehicles from here to, so we need to distribute chemicals from here to, chemicals and plastics from here to our distribution facility. Okay, so do we have a local distribution train at all? Right, we've got exports and imports. And the only distribution, I think, is this one. And what kind of wagons do we have? And do we build? Yeah, so this wouldn't even be able to do that. So we do need a little bit of support on distribution. But it's not going to be built over here because it just doesn't make any sense. What we can maybe have a quick look at is whether we should be building it on this side. Wow, that's been built as well. This is all powered. Do we have water here? Building is without water. So at the moment, our water connection, yeah, is still being built. Now, rail, a distribution office for rail. Could we squeeze something in here that would make sense? Maybe we're back there. I mean, we've got all of these rail things here. Potentially. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff in here that's being delivered here that is not being distributed from this point onwards. But let's quickly have a look. If we said rail distribution, so it's over here to general cargo, we have rail distribution. I'm looking for the smallest variety, right? So if we just do something like that, for instance, I am not necessarily opposed to this. However, we need to, it could go either way, right? So if we said, let's see, that's exactly right. So if we were to, do that, right? I just want to have a quick look. If we were to do that, can we, I guess we can tie that in, right? We can tie that in there. Can't tie that one in. We can do that. We could do this. And I guess we may be able to have two signals in there. This one, honestly, doesn't want to work. It's too close to that. But I guess that should be fine. It can get in here. And it will be able to go out into that direction. Hang on. Let's try one more thing. If I were to get rid of this one and instead tied it in like this. Right, if we did that and that, I think that'll work. So let's go ahead and pay for those. I will try and squeeze a road down here. Okay, we'll do that. We'll pay for that little slither of road as well. We'll pay for this guy. And then we'll bring in a train and some wagons and the like to start looking at our distribution of things. So we should have a train ready to go, or at least a locomotive ready to go. A couple of them, actually. Give me 2 of them. 2 should be completely fine, I think. We'll get rid of that. We'll move them over here. We're not building any wagons, so we'll buy our wagons. So let's move that one there. And we'll do this one here. And this will be called Liverpool Train Distribution Office, which is probably about right. But what we'll do is we'll just standardize this a little bit by saying distribution is capitalized, and we'll remove the word office. Liverpool Train Distribution, we'll do that. We've got 2 guys coming in. What we'll do is we'll also buy some wagons, cargo wagons. It's going to do some boxcars, I think. So let's do maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 boxcars, and I'm thinking maybe wow, this is pricey. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those wagons, and we do need some open wagons as well to handle some of our distribution. So we'll grab maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 open wagons. So now I've got a little bit of a lot of different things available to go. Now, what we'll do as a first instance is, let's say you're going to want to unload in this location, right? And similarly, you're also going to want to unload in this location over here. So you're also going to want to unload over there, right? Now, that's fine. You don't want to move between them. Now, what we want to do is we want to come in here, and you're going to say, buddies, you're going to load up in this location. Are we going to load up on everything? Shall we leave 10% around? And we'll do that, and we have to select that and plastics, right? So you're going to go and pick up on those and move them to those 2 areas that may be looking for plastics, right? You will be looking for both plastics and for chemicals. So that's one there. And on the other side, it's going to be a very similar story. So now you can start moving these things around a little bit. Where am I? This is... I keep losing track of myself. And then we're going to come in over here and have a look at what's in here. We've got both plastics and chemicals. And chemicals are actually pretty good. So let's do that. So now these guys can start maneuvering some of those things. We potentially only need the one locomotive there for that, but I guess that's a good starting point for us. Guys, I'm gonna do a bit of a shorter episode today, so I think we're gonna put a cut in there. There's still a lot going on. I'm happy to report that until we did some train work here, we were doing pretty reasonable with regards to our exports. Lots of vehicle exports that got us into a good position. And I still want to optimize what we're going to do with regards to vehicles. And just make sure we've got tons of stuff on the line here. Select blueprint. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to go and say, not the concrete mixer. So what we do have is we have these rollers. That should be pretty good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim all of this back. And we're going to only do rollers and maybe the what was the other one? Let's have a quick look. The other one was the pavers, rollers and pavers, because they're both US products. So we'll do a roller, a paver, and sell those because they're going to be much more pricey. They'll also fit more on here. I want to maybe trim out the some of the fat on that train as well. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Lots of little optimizations, but I think our happiness should be going well. Let's have a quick look at these guys. Yeah, happiness is coming back up. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next episode. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Tons of you are, I'm sure, not subscribed, so do subscribe to the channel if you feel like it. And I'll see you in the next episode. Leave your comments. Bye.